Hello and welcome to Angry Andy Reviews, and this is an extremely late review for Ahsoka Part 5. We're over halfway through the series, and yeah, like I said, this is a mega late review. I've not been well, but to hell with it. I have got opinions on the episode. I'm going to do it very quickly. I'm not going to go through the plot. Suffice to say that Ahsoka wakes up in the world between worlds and is confronted by Anakin Skywalker, who gives her a choice, live or die. Okay, so it seems that Ahsoka is giving up, in a manner of speaking, which doesn't really make sense. There's nowhere in the previous episodes that suggest that she's at a crossroads in her own thought process. And given everything that we've ever seen Ahsoka go through, it doesn't make any sense to me, quite honestly. And what? There's zero context to what we see in this episode. I mean, visuals aside, take away the visuals. What does it tell you? It doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't give you a rationale for her thought process, except that she was told by Bagel and Skull that she is essentially, the harbinger of death. Her legacy is nothing but death and destruction. But she is a soldier brought through by war. And she's presented with those same options from Anakin, live or die. But her sort of problem here is that, she doesn't want to fight anymore, because people get killed in war. Okay, but at this point it doesn't make any sense, because she's the most determined we've ever seen of this character in wanting to stop the return of Thrawn. She's wanting to prevent war, but by suggesting that she's going to give up because people die because of war is absolutely fucking ludicrous. People die, clones die in war to prevent more death. Obviously, they were all betrayed by the Emperor, but in this instance, preventing Thrawn from returning, preventing a resurgence of the Empire, would save more lives than it would actually cost, which makes her thoughts, her arguments in this completely fucking reductive. This episode highlights some very deep-seated issues with the writing and the contextualization of character. Everything, it's all off. I've watched this episode twice now, hence why I've decided to do this very brief review before I head out into the world for the first time properly in days. But yeah, I think it's rubbish. I really do. I think this show is completely lacking. The characters are paper thin, really paper thin. The dialogue is so thin and vague and just lacking any heft and weight. The stuff that Anakin says, yeah, it's delivered pretty good. I wish Hayden Christensen had some, the direction that he clearly got in this episode back in the day, but it's weightless. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't say anything. And then we're treated to visuals that are purely and utterly designed to give fans that rush of energy. Oh my God, live action clones. Oh my God, the Clone War. Oh my God, oh, it's a red lightsaber. Oh my God, a flash of Vader. The editing's so fucking cheap, it's great. It's such a cheaply edited section shot on the fucking some bollocks soundstage with smoke machines, and it's all designed to be this air of this dreamlike situation, this nightmare situation, but it's weightless. There's no weight behind it. There's no meaning Where's the fucking substance? Honestly, where is the substance? And it comes from a lack of build-up into this fucking idea that she's giving up, and what this fucking lesson from Anakin actually means. There's loads of theories online about what the actual lesson means from Anakin. And if we're having to construct our own theories about what his lesson actually means, that's a fucking issue, because we're filling in the blanks yet again with character arcs and character stories and dialogue. We are filling in the fucking blanks for it to make sense. And it's not good. It's not good. We should not be doing that. You theorize on films which, you know, and shows which misdirect you on purpose, like Twin Peaks, or Mulholland Drive, films, shows like that, you know, that have these specific designs to misdirect you, to present other ideas, not not because the substance isn't there in of itself. And I think a lot of the fucking issues in this episode of why it's just so thinly veiled. I'm not going to talk about the end of the episode with the whales and whatever, because that is what it is. It takes too long to round off that final section. It's all filler. But this episode is just, it's so thinly veiled because the characters are not there. They're really not there. There's no emotional weight. There's no emoting. There's no Christ. We don't see anybody struggling with the ideas that are being presented to them, the problems, the issues. The only one I do think where we're actually seeing, the only ones I actually think that we're actually seeing any sort of depth really is with Baylan Skoll and Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character. For some reason, her fucking name's gone out of my head. I've had a difficult week. It's been terrible. Hera Syndulla. There you go. We're only seeing some decent quality work there from the characters. Is that because the acting? I don't know. But all I know is that this ain't great. This isn't great at all. I feel like I've been a little bit forgiving of the show up until now, but no, it's done. I think it's absolutely done for me because this is so fucking thin. So I'm going to leave the review there. I said it was only going to be brief, and I've ranted on. Christ, 5 episodes in, no Thrawn yet. Brilliant. Also. I don't know what to make of this anymore. Disappointing. This episode, no amount of fan service will say otherwise. So yeah, I'm gonna end the review there and disappear. Bye bye.